Hi, I'm Caroline Weilert, Vice President of Marketing at ValleyCrest Landscape Companies. I'm at the ULI Fall Meeting in Los Angeles, and I'm sitting here with Erik Pfahler, the VP of Planning and Acquisitions for Shapell Homes. Thanks for sitting down with me today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Good to see you. We're going to talk about the future of planned communities, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
The first one is, if you agree the issue is what we build versus where we build, how can we shift future development into more cohesively designed neighborhoods and communities?
I agree that location is really important. And we just heard a master, Don Bren, a minute ago, and I think he was so humble in talking about location. And I think location is a huge factor in future development. And so I think that you really have to, when you're selecting where you're going to develop, you have to think about existing infrastructure, existing transportation, and those types of fundamentals in choosing a location before you even start the development process.
Okay, great. All right, we're going to shift to the entitlement process and talk a little bit about, it's challenging.
Right.
What do you think we can do to start to make that process better?
I think that the environmental process is probably the biggest issue or elephant in the room, not only for our industry, but for our economy. And I actually think that ULI actually ought to step up and be a leader, not only for our industry, but actually for the economy, and really create some leadership role in kind of rolling back a lot of the regulation. We are stifled as an industry. We're stifled as an economy right now because of the amount of over-regulation that we're getting. And we work as a public-private kind of partnership with our different municipalities around the state for our projects, but even they're hamstrung because of the EPA, because of Fish and Game, because of all the other various agencies that have their fingers in the pot, so to speak. And it's not only affecting our future growth, it's affecting our economy. And so I think it's the big elephant in the room.
All right, and then the final question today. Do you believe it's possible to plan community, and what's essential for creating community in the next decade?
I do definitely believe there's that future, but I think it's lifestyle. I think it's creating family-friendly communities, schools, really, really important. I think I'm really, where I'm trying to go with our organization is to take it on an infill basis. I really feel that the inner ring needs to be developed further. But the biggest issues in creating infill communities is creating safe environments, family-friendly environments, and schools. And a lot of the inner city projects, brownfield type projects, don't have adequate schools. I'll use an example. You take Anaheim and the Platinum Triangle. Great piece of real estate. The mayor, the pre-existing mayor, I don't think of his name right now, but excuse me for that. In any event, had a great idea for the Platinum Triangle, create this urban village. The problem though is there's no schools.
Yeah.
And the schools are terrible in Anaheim, in that particular region. And so it's the chicken or the egg, right? You get a good school, you get a couple good markets in there, and all of a sudden you have a vibrant neighborhood that people want to live in that's close to jobs. And until you can kind of solve that equation, it's going to be real difficult to do urban infill.
Great. All right. Well, thanks, Erik, for sitting down with me. I
pleasure.
appreciate your time.